Hello everyone, my name is Ian. Welcome back to my hobby YouTube channel in brief book and film reviews. So today I'm going to start off by saying to everyone and wishing everyone a very happy Father's Day. Today is the 18th of June, which is Father's Day here in Ireland. So for all the fathers watching, happy Father's Day. Okay, so this book that I'm going to be reviewing today is a book that I read. I think when I read this when it first came out, actually, probably would have gone out and got this. The guy's very popular, very relevant around that time, 2016. He's the front man of the Irish band, The Blizzards, and his book is called Me and My Mate Jeffery. It was released in 2016, pages 310. The publishers were Hachette Ireland Limited, and the genre was true life and autobiography. So Me and My Mate Jeffery touches on Niall Breslin's ability, you know, and his issues with focused on dealing with depression. So we've all gone through it at the start of this book, and that I could relate to a lot what he's saying, you know, about when he starts off about his family and stuff, and that I could relate to that a lot. That's thunder. We're having a lot of thunder here today, and that thunder and lightning. Very tropical weather at the moment, really warm. Anyway, yeah. So the book is a really interesting book, and that, you know, and this book touches on a lot of people because there was a lot of, there's even to this day now at the moment, and that, you know, we can talk about all the topics about internet and use and all that kind of stuff, and phone use, and, you know, isolating ourselves from friends and talking and stuff like that. But I'm not going to on that. But it was very relevant in 2016. At that time there was a big push for people to come out and talk about depression and stuff. Such was someone who, you know, from a celebrity lifestyle, and that would just come out and openly talk about it, and that, which is really good. Yeah, so it was 310 pages, but yeah, it's one of those books, like, you're glued to it, you just fly through it so quickly, and that because it is I could relate to a lot of it at the start, particularly when he was talking about his family. His father was a member of the Irish Army. It was a member of the Irish Army, and he was based in, I think it was Chad or Lebanon or someplace like that. And he had to uproot the family, obviously, who came from the Midlands in Ireland, a place called Mullingar, which is in County Westmeath. And they went off to, you know, when the father took his kids and his wife off, they kind of had to stay in this country. And it's kind of like he talks about the upheaval in his life, the uprooting and stuff, and that I could relate to that a lot, you know, in my childhood as well, and that, where I went to, I think, about 6 or 7 different primary schools as a kid growing up, and that, probably even more, which is very dysfunctional for kids, and leaves them at a very much a disadvantage, where they're trying to settle in and they get uprooted again. They have to start at the whole procedure of getting to know people and getting to know teachers and their friends, and building up their kind of circle of friends and stuff, and that. So I could relate to it. So straight away it was like something that sucked me in and stuff, and that, and maybe you guys as well, somebody who have gone through that as well in your life, and you'll probably be able to relate to it. So for that point, then I was really glued into what he had to say and what he was talking about, even with depression and stuff, and that, and not being able to open up your feelings. I remember one part of the book where he's talking about going to see a psychiatrist, you know, a shrink, and they sit there, they just kind of, obviously the shrinks are trained to just more kind of listen. And obviously when you go in to see a psychiatrist, you want them to hug you, you want them to tell her everything is going to be all right, you want them to kind of mammy you and stuff, and say everything is going to be fine. But more often than not, they mightn't, you know. They kind of like, because you're not being forthgoing with them, they might tell you about, I would say, like, I don't want to criticize anyone's profession, but a lot of psychiatrists would use the road of, you need to go on prescription drugs, or you need to go and do this, or they don't really, like, kind of, they're not really there as much as what people want them for, you know, in a way. And I think Niall got upset at that, and I think he only went to another session after that or something like that, and he kind of like learned how to deal with it himself, and that, you know, which is really good. Yeah, so like, I don't really want to go too much into the book, to be honest with you, because I don't want to spoil it for you. But he talks about his relationships with his family, his friends. He talks about his career with Leinster Rugby, who are one of the most iconic rugby provinces within European rugby at the moment and stuff. They were in a final there just a couple of weeks ago. And yeah, so he was talking about his time there and stuff, and going to college music school, learning instruments, all that kind of stuff. It's a really interesting book, and that it really is. And that, so like I said, I don't have a lot of time now to read many books in that as before on that. I have a lot on my plate at the moment, and I just wanted to come online to give you a review of this book that I read. So this is My Mate and Jeffery by Niall Breslin, and it was published in 2016. And that's it for me. So I hope everyone stay very positive, staying blessed, and yeah, that's it. Take care.